Okay, I've had this for a while and I've been wanting to share it with you for the longest time, and I was so excited to get some flight footage and make this video, but when I had everything powered up, my video transmitter accidentally touched the 4-in-1 ESC and fried something on it. So now I'm going to have to go back and make some type of repair and hopefully get it in the air and flying. But until then, let's go ahead and talk about it. I've shown you the Valorem frame from RMRC. It's a $16 frame and extremely customizable. I used this frame in the How to Build a Multi-Rotor video series, also did a separate review on it. I've shown you the 5-inch arms that comes with it, also showed you the 6-inch and 7-inch arms that are relatively cheap at about $8 for a pack of 4. But there's even more arm options. Now I don't think that they have this on the market yet, at least at the time you're recording this, but this is the 5-inch stretched X arms for making this a racing build. They also have the flat style 5-inch stretched X arms. So this will actually bolt into the frame in the same angle that these arms are at. So you can go either way with this. These flat arms would be great if you are using 4 individual ESCs because you can mount them right on top of the arm. Or if you want to use a 4-in-1 ESC, you can use these thinner arms. Well, I say thinner, but it's actually thicker height-wise and thinner width-wise. Guys tend to like the stretched X arm style for racing, just because it makes the multi-rotor fly differently, and they also like the thin arms because not only is it less wind resistance as you're flying through the air, making you go faster, but you also have to think as your props spin, they are pushing air downward, and you want the least amount of air hitting the arm as possible because that arm would be holding you back. You're not actually putting out as much thrust. Keep in mind, if you do go with these arms, you will need longer bolts. I'm using 14mm bolts for the main plate, bottom plate, and arm, and there's two per arm, so a total of 8. And then for the bolt going into the standoff, I used a 12mm bolt, and then for the motor bolts, I'm using a 10mm bolt. Now, as I showed you before, this frame, you can get the optional Fpv Camera Mount, and the Cricket video transmitter does bolt into the top plate, though I am trying to save a little bit more weight because this is a racing build, so I'm just using the Runcam Swift with its provided camera mount and just a smaller, lighter video transmitter. This is what the optional camera mount and Cricket video transmitter looks like. As far as weight, it's not too light. Sitting at 343 grams without battery and GoPro. Well, I don't use a GoPro when I race, but yeah, 343 grams, not that light, but then again, we are talking about a $16 frame. And where it lacks in weight loss, it makes up for in strength. This is an incredibly strong frame. So personally, I will take the extra weight knowing that I'm not going to break this every single time I crash. So that's going to do it for now, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to share. I've actually had these arms for a very long time, but once I get this ESC fixed, I'll give you some flight footage. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.